We've got some massive breaking coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has finally had a word with TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu. Remember, TDP dialed PMO twice in the morning. Prime Minister had an important function in Junjunu in Rajasthan. And what we are breaking first on Republic TV is that Prime Minister and Chandrababu Naidu, the TDP chief, have spoken today, and this is adding to the big story, TDP pulling out of NDA. Aishwarya Kapoor, our political editor, is joining us on this very big political news break. Aishwarya?
Well, absolutely, Sakal, and as you just broke the information that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken with TDP chief and Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. This is for the first time they have been able to speak since yesterday. That is when Chandrababu Naidu decided to call off the ties with the government, not with the NDA, but he has decided that both of his ministers will be resigning today. The Prime Minister was in Rajasthan. As soon as he left from Rajasthan, there has been a telephonic conversation. We are being told it was a brief conversation between the Prime Minister and Chandrababu Naidu, a 10-minute call on which we are being told that there was some kind of discussion on whether the ministers should resign today or not, and whether the Prime Minister will accept that, those very resignation letters, Sakal, or not. What is going to be the final call on that? We are just trying to confirm. We are being indicated, as our editor-in-chief also brought that information earlier in the day, that there is going to be an attempt by this government to appeal to the 14th Finance Commission to make some altercations so that they can provide that special status tag to that very state of Andhra Pradesh, Sakal. And amid this has just happened that Prime Minister has spoken with Chandrababu Naidu. What is the final decision? Whether the resignation of these Andhra Pradesh ministers will be accepted today or not, that is something we have to wait and watch for. But right now we can confirm that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken with Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. This is the first conversation between both the leaders since yesterday, after Chandrababu Naidu decided to pull out of the NDA government. He is still the part of NDA, the National Democratic Alliance, but he is no more the part of the government. His ministers have already drafted their particular resignation letters, both of their ministers, and they are waiting to meet the Prime Minister as he lands in Delhi. The Prime Minister, according to our sources, has landed in Delhi, and as soon as he landed in Delhi back from Rajasthan, he has spoken with the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu, Sakal, and as that has happened, we'll try to confirm that what is going to be the final call of the Andhra ministers, both Ashok Gajpati Raju and the other minister in this very regard. But this is breaking as we speak. The Prime Minister has taken the call of Chandrababu Naidu, and that conversation has happened for the first time in the last 24 hours.
Yes, Aishwarya, now the political significance of this. Remember, you broke that story earlier where BJP seems to be in a better position in terms of numbers and in terms of bargaining with the TDP. And now, when that both sides have spoken, PM has intervened, PM has spoken, do you think that rift has diluted somewhere down the line?
Well, no, rift has not diluted, and it's a known fact. Otherwise, if it would have been that easy, then Chandrababu Naidu would not have taken such a big step. Pulling out of the Modi government, telling both your ministers to resign is not a small step. He has taken a drastic measure. He just can't take it back in 24 hours. Otherwise, his political grandstanding in the state of Andhra Pradesh is going to be reduced drastically in itself. Yes. And then YSR, Jagan Mohan Reddy, is going to hit back. So he needs to understand the political dynamics of his state as well. So that is something which is not going to happen that soon. But it could very well stop Chandrababu Naidu from getting out of NDA. And also the fact remains, where will Chandrababu Naidu go? The minute he pulls out of the NDA, Sakal, where will he go? He cannot go with the Congress. He obviously cannot go with Jagan Mohan Reddy, so he's going to be alienated. And the minute he parts his way with the NDA, that is party-to-party alliance, that gives that space to Jagan Mohan Reddy, YSR, to get into NDA. And that's when Chandrababu Naidu is going to be alienated in the state and in the centre. And that's the worst thing which Chandrababu Naidu could do with such a high anti-incumbency, and their internal survey showing that they are losing 60 seats. Their own internal survey, Sakal, is showing they are getting 84. So the latest is this Prime Minister has spoken with Chandrababu Naidu, Sakal, and that's breaking as we get to you.
Yes. Yes, Aishwarya, the fact that Republic, the only channel, spoke exclusively to Gajapati Raju as well as Vice Chaudhary, the two ministers who supposedly they've decided to quit or they will be quitting,
right.
Both maintained to Republic that they are part of NDA, but they are threatening to pull out of the government. There are mixed signals also that are coming. There's a lot of scope for political maneuvering here left by these both ministers.
Well, we are talking about Chandrababu Naidu, the man who was single-handedly responsible to arm twist the former NDA Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. But what he needs to understand that this is Narendra Modi, and he deals with situation in a very different way, and that's exactly why it came to the point, Sakal, that Chandrababu Naidu had to tell both of his ministers to resign. Otherwise, that would have been the last thing in the election here for both the centre and the state. Prime Minister Modi and then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley did that press conference yesterday and categorically said, we are giving you everything you want under special status. We just can't give you the tag. That also why? Because constitutionally it is not authorized. We can't give you. But that is the tag which Chandrababu Naidu promised to his constituents back in Andhra Pradesh, and that's exactly what Jagan Mohan Reddy, his arch rival in the state, is asking for. We need to keep in mind that Jagan Mohan Reddy right now has 44 MLAs. Chandrababu Naidu has 127. But if his internal surveys to go by, he'll come down to 86. And Jagan will go down to 84, and that's going to be really tight, and BJP can play a very important role. So this is breaking, Sakal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks to Chandrababu Naidu. Both the ministers will be meeting with the Prime Minister at 6 p.m. today. Sakal, back to you.
Yes, and whether at all there will be any political realignments in Andhra politics, we'll have to wait and watch. But many thanks, Aishwarya. You've broken that big story. PM and TDP chief actually talking for 10 minutes on phone. Republic gets you that biggest political scoop. And let's now